Wild Talents, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 14G. In the home of Alexander Urquhart, Aberdeen, Scotland, there was an invalid boy. Stories of doings in this house were told in London newspapers early in January 1920. The boy was simply set down as an invalid boy, and presumably doctors were not mystified by his ailment. Nobody was recorded as suspecting anything but coincidence between whatever may have been the matter with him, and phenomena that centered around him, as he lay in his bed. It was as if he were bombarded by unseen bombs. Explosive sounds that shook the house occurred over his bed, and, according to reports by policemen, the bed was violently shaken. Policemen reported that objects in the boy's room moved. London Daily News, January 10, 1920. Aberdeen ghost laid low. Prosaic explanation for strange sounds. Nothing but a piece of wood that the wind had been knocking against the side of the house. That probably convinced the London readers who preferred something like the mice behind the baseboards. Conclusion to such stories. But the Glasgow Herald of the 13th continued to tell of thumping sounds that shook the house and rattled the dishes. The data are protrusions from burials. The body of a girl, the body of a crow, somebody dying, and hostile demonstrations that cannot conventionally be explained. But if there were connecting circumstances, they are now undiscoverable. It is said that there is a science of comparative anatomy, by which, given any bone of an animal, the whole skeleton can be reconstructed. So stated, this is one of the tall stories of science. The father of the science of comparative anatomy never reconstructed anything except conventionally. The paleontologists have reconstructed crowds of skeletons that are exhibited as evidences of evolution. But Cuvier not only never reconstructed anything new, but now is notorious as a savage persecutor of evolutionists. There cannot be reconstruction unless there be a model. We may have comparative anatomy of our fragmentary circumstances, if we can fit the pieces of a situation model. And it may be that we are slowly building that. Of course, anything of the nature of old-fashioned, absolute science is no dream of mine.